Welcome to Washington Full Circle. I'm Ferman Patterson. Now, when the stars come out in D.C., they shine no brighter than right here on Washington Full Circle. In fact, we caught up with the very luminous, the very beautiful, the very talented Lynn Whitfield. Take a look at her next on Celebrities in the City. Lynn Whitfield, icon, glamorous movie star. Welcome to Washington.
Oh, thank you so much. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back, yes. Now, you have a history with Washington, D.C. Howard University?
Yes. I went to Howard. I was third generation Howard. My parents met at Howard. Both my grandfathers went to Howard. So Washington has been at the center of our family for a long time.
You actually started some stage performances here in D.C., the Black Repertory.
Yeah, the D.C. Black Repertory Company. That was the very beginning of everything for me. And many of the people who were teaching us at the Rep ended up being the core group that started Duke Ellington.
Now, you've always said you like complex characters, sort of involve challenging roles. Did this role in My Brother Marvin challenge you? Did it nail it for you?
Yeah, it was challenging, and what's challenging about this is finding the balance of a woman who loved her family and wanted the best for her family, but in fact was dealing with lots of issues, dysfunctional issues like addiction, alcoholism, sexual, sorts of subjects that were difficult, that you wouldn't expect that a middle American, African American family would be dealing with.
Mm-hmm. Marvin has a connection to Washington, D.C. Marvin Gaye.
Yes. Actually, when I was going to Howard, I lived on Varnum Street. And when I moved to Varnum Street, off of 14th, I believe, or 16th, the first thing they told us is that at the end of the block, it was row houses, at the end of the block, the corner house was the Gaye's house. And they had already moved to Los Angeles, but that was the talk of the street still. That's Marvin Gaye's house right there at the end of the block. And I just swooned and bemoaned the fact that, that they weren't still living there, in hopes that I would have just gotten a glimpse of him.
Now, working in this play, what obviously brings up Marvin's music. What was your favorite Marvin Gaye song?
Well, you know what? I have to go for the album, because the concept album, What's Going On, and all that it had to say about this country, about family, about love, about partying and fun. It just said everything in it. And today, if I play that album, from beginning to end, and look at the world and look at me and relationships between men and women and what's going on in the country, it's still so relevant. So I'd have to go for the album. However, sexual healing is good. You just have to use everything at the appropriate moments. Yeah, and Marvin was very, very appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, you've done a number of outstanding performances, but this fan's favorite always is the Josephine Baker Story. It was complex, it was challenging, and it was va-va-voom, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it was. Those bananas did have an impact.
Now, tell us about why you think that role was special to you, if it was.
Well, in the promo for Josephine Baker, they said before Marilyn, before Madonna, there was Josephine. And now they could add before Marilyn, before Madonna, before Beyonce, before Lady Gaga, before, she changed the whole concept of a female entertainer. into a much more liberated, adorned, eccentric, authentic creature.
There's a brand new song I learned down in Havana, Cuba called Esto es Felicidad. Would you like to hear it? Tú me quieres, yo te quiero, tú me adoras, yo te adoro, te quiero, me adoro, te adoro, esto es felicidad.
I think that's why, I don't know, every few years there'll be another article about somebody influenced by her. So it called for everything I had, you know, my ability to act, my ability to dance, to sing a little bit and lip sync a lot, to age, to be in almost every frame of a film. Yo te quiero, yo te adoro, te quiero, me adoro, te adoro. Esto es felicidad.
Love it, love it, love it.
Our Celebrities in the City interview with Lynn Whitfield continues when Washington Full Circle returns. Our Celebrities in the City interview with Lynn Whitfield continues on Washington Full Circle.
My next new passion is salsa.
Ah.
Yeah, it's so
I'd like to see that.
amazing. You know why I love salsa so much?
Why?
Because it's a perfect expression between a man and a woman. The man's job is to make you look good, yet still be in control,
Right.
to communicate his every want and desire in the movement with signals through hands and all that. And a woman is to be, you know, compliant yet vivacious, and so, you know, it's just great. So I figured, look, oh well, if I don't have it, you know what I mean, in the walking around everyday life, you know, the dance expression is so amazing. So I would love to do a dance movie.
When I first met Louis, I said to myself, he's a healer, he'll take care of me.
Do you still love her?
Men fought each other for the privilege of speaking her name.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna name some roles that you've had, and you tell me your first thoughts, if you can remember, in doing those films. One was Oprah Winfrey's The Women of Brewster Place, of course.
Vulnerability. Vulnerability is the first thing I think about. That woman, young woman, you know, lost her child and had to start anew, and it was vulnerability all the way with that one, with strength.
Stomping at the Savoy.
Stomping at the Savoy Survival. It was sort of a version of Scarlett O'Hara. You know, I'll never go hungry again. That hairdresser, she was clear. She was going to survive no matter what, and survive well.
And another favorite of mine and the crew here is A Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Yes, that was, you know, betrayal, damage. You know, unfortunately, sometimes people bring baggage to relationships, and they're just damaged goods. And she was damaged and didn't know how to deal with her hurt.
Met? We actually met. That's what you think? Uh-huh. That's what you call your immature play.
You joke. You know, that's funny.
Oh.
One of the things that's often talked about is the roles for black actresses in Hollywood. Now, there have been a number of Hollywood Oscar nominations, wins, and plus some major TV roles for black actresses. Do you think that signals that we're there already, or there's more work to be done?
Oh, there's so much more work to be done. I'm so enamored with Kerry Washington's performance in Scandal, and the fact that it was even done that Sandra Rhimes just is an amazing writer-producer, and that gives me more hope that there'll be more projects that have a woman of color at the center of it.
Okay, so think about this. If we could greenlight any production, any role, major production for Lynn Whitfield, what would you want that to be? Or what would the two top things you'd want to do?
Well, there's a project that I've optioned that I love, and it has to do with the first legalized red light district in the United States, which was called Storyville, which was in my home state, which was situated right behind the French Quarter. And there's an amazing madam in that I love her. And just the whole ambiance of that. I'd love to do that. And I would really like to do, you know, an action adventure or maybe futuristic kind of thing. Like yeah, and you know, exotic. Like, you know, like when Eartha Kitt did Catwoman, and Allie was Catwoman as well,
yes.
yeah. But you know, something different, a comic book character or something, somebody with supernatural powers.
Ah,
yeah,
I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Now, let's get to family. You have a daughter that also, I think, has the acting bug. Tell us about that.
Now she does, yeah. She's doing her first film, Black Nativity, in New York. And she's in the role of Maria Mary. It's contemporized based upon Langston Hughes's Black Nativity. And very excited and proud of her because she's really handling everything and conducting herself so well. She's a beautiful girl.
What do you like to do when you're in Washington as far as going out to party, to shop?
Well, you know, I have to, every time I've been here, I've been working really hard. Yes. So I look forward to finding out, you know, what Washington, D.C. now is like in terms of restaurants and music. Where's the music now?
Music's everywhere. Music's at the Hamilton, music's at the Howard.
I love the Hamilton.
The Howard Theater's been renovated. Yes. It's a brand new place.
Yeah, I have to. I was supposed to come for that opening and wasn't able to. I was working, but the Hamilton, the music room there is wonderful. I just missed my homeboys last night, Rebirth. Yeah, the brass band. Because it was an early concert, and of course we were doing the play, but I love that second line music.
There's, of course, Blues Alley. There's a few smaller places and things like that.
Blues Alley. All right.
Yeah.
I'll have to get a list when we're done with this.
Yeah, you gotta do. Just call me.
Okay.
Just call me.
All right.
Are you a good cook?
I am a good cook. I'm a good cook, but I'm a good holiday cook.
Yeah.
I like cooking for, you know, lots of people, and, you know, making the Creole dishes. Like I tell them, I can smother anything. Yes, I make a mean gravy, boy. Yes, and, you know, gumbo, my pralines are addictive. So, you know, you can't eat like that all the time. So it's holiday cooking, I call it. I just want to be a producer when I grow up in my next incarnation. So when I have free time, lots of times, I'm reading books and looking for new material to option and getting everything structured and set up so that I can start going out and shopping material more. I really want to do that. So I don't have free time. And that's the thing with being an artist, you know? You continue to evolve, and the passion for it evolves. And so I'm evolving into wanting to contribute to the conversation of what it is we see. So I don't have a lot of free time.
Now, speaking of producing and possibly directing, you do see a lot of that happening more and more today. Are you looking over the shoulder of directors and producers, or have you always done that?
I've always done that. Always. From the beginning of my career, I've always looked and probably contributed maybe more than people might want in the way of ideas or suggestions or whatever. And so, yeah, so now I think it's time for me to step out on faith and see how, you know, how I go. I mean, I've done it as an actress. I know that in the beginning and always you need to be humble, because there's always more to learn. There's always more to give. And I personally believe that if you start to believe your own hype, you're in trouble. Then you're not creating, you're recreating, as opposed to something new, something fresh. And I want to keep evolving and growing in my art. So for me, when people say, you're an icon and you've done so much, I completely don't, I completely don't get it, because there's so much more I want to do.